Hello? Hello? One, two.
Okay, love.
Can you start off this weather?
Yeah, sure. You have a pen?
Yes. So,
Is it Marcos or Marcel?
Marcel.
Marcel. M-A-R-C-E-L.
Yeah. This is one, two.
Yeah.
Yes. This one's more.
Stefan with an E at the end.
Stefan.
You want these side?
Oh, why not? It's a good souvenir. What was the tour like up to now? You've already played 3 concerts in Germany now.
Yeah, first German concert was terrible.
Was it in Hamburg or what?
Bielefeld.
Bielefeld.
Yeah. I was in a terrible mood. I was very unprofessional. But I was also feeling crap. But that's not really an excuse. But Hamburg was great. And Berlin was really great as well. But I fell 8 feet, which was really quite funny. I tried to climb into the ceiling. You know, it's one of those suspended ceilings. So I tried to climb into it, and I got all the way up, and I was kind of above the audience, climbing across, and the whole ceiling collapsed. I just fell into the audience.
On stage you almost have this metal construction on
Yeah.
which you climb. How did you get the idea and to use this one?
Out of necessity. Because when I played the Hammersmith Palais in March '84, I cut myself, the stomach.
Yeah.
So my manager said I couldn't do any more gigs because I'd done stuff like that before, and he was saying it was bullshit, which it was. And so I said, we'll build a mic stand that I can climb on, and then I won't destroy the mic stands and cut myself with them. So we built that, and I really liked it because it was so. It's kind of sexy in one way, but also really stupid. It's like a real pathetic gimmick, and I like that.
It's funny to see you climb up there. You always feel like you're gonna lose your balance.
Yeah, it's because you haven't seen me when I have lost my balance. Yeah, sometimes I'm really elegant, sometimes I'm like a monkey on a stick.
Are you still a saint?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Changed between the albums or?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like St. Julian was like a necessity, you know, because after the Fried album, you know the Fried album?
No, I started with St. Julian.
Okay, well the Fried album was a very, very ugly, dark album. And I was, the sleeve was me naked under this turtle shell.
I read this one.
Yeah? So, I figured the way people saw me in Britain, people were just going to think I'm getting weirder and weirder. And I wanted to do something that was very direct. I felt very kind of like, you know, strong and powerful. So I thought I'd do a real kind of white, male, kind of asshole album.
So you don't like this one, huh?
No, I like it, yeah. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with I think far too much art is made for the artist to look good. You know, it's just that I think it's important that I mean, a lot of the time I am a bit of an asshole, so there's no point in me pretending all the time that I'm perfect. And I think that it seems to show a lack of depth if the only part of you that the public sees is looking good, you know. It's great to look good, but it's also great to look crap, because people look crap. You know, you see Mickey Rourke, and I'm sure a lot of people feel better about looking so shit in the morning once they see Mickey Rourke, which is quite good. But they're always reactions, you know. I mean, My Nation Underground, it's very, because the lyrics and the way that I feel is a lot more dark, I thought if I write lyrics that are so kind of death trippish, I can't make the music so direct. You know, I wanted it had to be a lot more kind of pretty. I wanted more pretty songs on this album because the lyrics are so horrible. You know, like Vegetation is a very ugly song. And so
but St. Julian is a more rocky album.
Yeah, very much more.
And I thought it was much more. You can listen to it. I mean, if you want to listen to My Nation Underground, you've got to hear through it three or four times.
Oh yeah.
You've got to get more closer to this one than to the one before.
Yes, definitely.
But I think the one before was more. Now, I don't want to use the term, but I think it was more commercial. St. Julian.
Yeah, that's what people say.
Yeah.
St. Julian was a lot more commercial. It's a shame, really, because I think the best music is commercial. You know, I think people should
buy it.
Obviously, people should buy it. Yeah. No, I just feel that it's a commercial art form, isn't it? You know, it's rock and roll, pop music. It's there to be sold. Like the best music. People should know about it. It annoys me if I love a group and nobody knows about them. You know? There's a group in Liverpool called Half Man, Half Biscuit.
I know the one.
Yeah. But people will never know them, you know, because the guy who writes the songs just stays in and watches TV or watches football on TV. So it's very frustrating that he writes such great songs, you know, really perceptive English songs, and nobody will ever know about them. I mean, a few people will, you know, obviously they got a bit, you know, big independently. But he should be heard on every TV program.
But Charles Dennett's quite a chart singer. Is in the British chart, I think, now. Is Charles Dennet a fictive person, or is he really existing? Or is it just a girl in your fantasy?
No, it's the play on the word charlatan. It's just a song written to me, by me, to me, for me. Yeah, it's just the idea. I really think that a lot of the time, whenever you get whenever I complain, you know, that people are trying to ruin my art, you know, they're trying to like sell it out or something like that, or people in the press, you hear like complaining that their record companies just fucked them around. I think a lot of the time it's not just the record company, it's them. You know, and I think that it's just a warning to myself. It's just saying, look, you know, don't blame everybody else, because a lot of the time, if you're going to ruin yourself, then it's going to be you who does it, not other people. Because I don't take any notice of other people in any case, so I shouldn't really blame them when anything goes wrong. It's just the idea of, stick with me and I will betray you, because I always figure the strongest things that I write about are the fact that there's so much doubt in what I do. That I'm not Bono.
And so you're not convinced of yourself?
Well,
I mean, if you're
convinced of myself? No, if I was convinced of
if you
myself,
talk about Bono and you two, I think they are very convinced of what they do.
Completely. Yeah. No, I'm not convinced of what I do. I think it's good. I think it's much better than, say, what they do. But I don't think... It's not that being convincing is particularly... that's not particularly a great thing. I mean, I do everything that I believe, and I believe it very, very heavily. But I'm not sure how many other people should believe me.
Is it true that My Nation Underground was recorded almost live in one day in the studio? Or?
The song My Nation Underground, yeah.
Only this one song?
Just that one song, yeah. Yeah, a few people have said that, the whole album?
Yeah.
No, the whole album was not recorded in one day.
What does your Nation Underground look like, or do you see yourself as an underground musician? As Ariola explains it in the German info.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they say?
Well, I think they draw a parallel between the title of the album and they draw it back on your style of music, underground musician.
No, My Nation Underground is all my friends that I kill. It's all there, all of them are underground in a basement, dead. That's what My Nation Underground is. It's the idea of the charlatan image, the evangelist, who goes way too far, and that's how I've always thought that I am. And I just want to warn people that like God is God is great. But the barrier between the human being and God is religion. Religion is full of charlatans, full of evangelists saying, follow me and I'll show you God.
American TV press.
Completely, it's just bullshit. And in My Nation Underground, the lyric is, I built Noah's Ark in my basement for all the hind-legged people that I love, which is all my friends. The people that you'd pick, if the world ended, and you'd say, who can we take down to our basement and live together? And in it, I hear what they have to say, and I don't like what they have to say any more than the other people that I left upstairs. And it ends up, I sealed off the ventilation shaft, now I'm dancing on my own, I just kill them all, because I'm an intolerant twat.
How do you write your songs? Do you always need an idea, or do you start with a melody, or do you...
Usually together.
Together?
Yeah, I mean, My Nation Underground, for about the first 3 months, I started writing My Nation Underground, the song, about the end of 1987. And for ages I was just walking around going, tell you about my nation underground, my nation underground. And that's all it was. It sounded like Also Sprach Zarathustra, the Diodato version for a while. I really wanted it to sound like that, but in the end it was too much. I had to make too much of a song out of it. But sometimes you just make them up in 5 minutes. It's really easy. Other times it's a real drag. If it's too much of a drag, I just normally forget about it.
As you can see your own development from the past to the present, what do you think you will continue like? Will you do an acid house mix or whatever?
No.
No?
No.
So Julian Cope is not a trendy person?
No, Julian Cope's never been trendy.
Okay.
It's always been hip as hell, but never trendy. I don't know. I'll continue to get older. Hopefully my songs will get more simple I'm just trying to, you know, learn as little as possible, really, because I find that as a man gets older, he tends to think that he's got more answers than he had when he was young. And the best people are the people who are young, who don't have answers. Because the worst thing that you have is answers, I think, really. So I'm destined to keep searching and finding the wrong answers, probably.
Why did the teardrops explode split just when they were on the high point of success, wasn't it?
Yeah, because we were all fucked up. Everybody was just a mess.
Was it in 82 or what?
Yeah, 82. November 82. 6 years since we split up. Because I was the singer and wrote the songs, everybody thought that it was me who's off his head. But I mean, I was, but so were the others. You know, it wasn't just me. It was a few of them. So it got to the stage where people were more, you know, like say, I do interviews in America, and they'd know about all these stories in Britain, and I'd go out to talk about the new record, and they'd be more interested in stories about guns, you know, and trying to kill Dave Bath.
Well, that's the sensationalism of the press.
It is really,
Yeah.
you know, I mean it's, so I couldn't talk about the music anymore, because they were more interested in that, so I thought it was best to finish it really. Because,
So,
well, you know, groups tend to carry on, they linger, they're scared to split up, so they always do a final album, which is terrible. And we started doing our third album and it was so rubbish, it's just rubbish, it wasn't about anything. Dave Bath wouldn't let me in the studio, you know, the keyboard player, my old keyboard player. He wanted to write all the songs, even though he'd never written songs before. And so I said, okay, we'll have a go. And the songs were so bad, and my attitude was so fucked up, I just thought, go while you're still welcome.
So you decided to do a solo career?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, I was young enough, yeah, because I was 24 when the Teardrops split up. So I thought that's fair enough.
I must admit that I've never heard before of Julian Cope, except for St. Julian. Weren't you on the major label before? Or? Yes?
Yeah, just
But
with,
you didn't have success in Germany, no?
no. Well, Mercury wouldn't put out records anywhere but Britain. The only place that they came out before St. Julian was Britain, Japan and America. So so nobody knew about me here. And I never used to do gigs, I just used to...
So the Bizarre Festival was your first gig here, really, huh?
Yeah. The Teardrops played in Berlin in 1981, and that was it.
Where do you see your roots, or what music do you listen to privately? Is it more 60s stuff, or...?
The stuff I listen to most is... listen to a lot of like Texas psychedelia, you know, 13th floor elevators, that kind of stuff. Loud, clanging music, you know, pre-hippie music. I don't really like hippie music. Then my other favourite music that I grew up with was a lot of German music, you know, like a lot of Can and Fast and Neu. And that was good pre-punk music because it was very simple hypnotic music. You know, it wasn't hippie music, it was far too kind of tense to be hippie music. And then lots of New York music, you know, Patti Smith and Television and all that kind of stuff.
Well, but America, what's your reaction from America towards you and your music? Is it the same like in England or Europe?
Yeah, they're into it.
I read the NME last or the week before, I think, when they had a concert review and the album review in it. I don't know what the guy or the girl was talking about, but the only thing I kept in mind was that she was some kind of joking at the cover of your album, like a male pin-up.
Really?
What do you think of that?
What was that, a put down or a?
Well, I think she, in the critics, she dealt more with the artwork of the cover than with the music in it.
Mm-hmm.
The concert review was, I think, nearly the same. So I think British music papers do not deal with music, but they deal with appearances.
No, they don't. They don't really like music. Finish in 5 minutes.
Okay, that will be no problem, I think. Is it true that former members of the Smiths are in your band now?
No, just Mike Joyce, the drummer. Yeah.
What looks your present set like? Do you concentrate more on the new songs or?
New album. Some St. Julian stuff. Some really old ones.
I think we don't know them over here.
I don't
Laura
mind.
Lige to play one old song.
I just play what's best to play live. You know, it's more fun for me. If you just play so that the audience like everything, then it's a bit of a drag, really. I remember seeing John Cale when I was 15, and I only knew half of the set, but I just ran out and bought all the other albums because they were just so good, you know. So this guy's got to be brilliant.
Do you have any political intentions or something like that?
I'm very left wing, I think.
Is it true that there exists a song which is called "Bring the Head of Paul Weller"? Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I mean, Lloyd Cole told me the same, but it was only a joke because Lloyd Cole is very, very angry about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lloyd Cole said he has a song called that.
No, but it was just
I see.
a phrase. I think he is very angry at Paul Weller and he doesn't want to talk about that subject or that guy anymore.
Paul Weller is just the ultimate charlatan. The ultimate silly boy. You know, he's just rubbish. Paul Weller is one of those people who thinks art is something that you have to rise to, you know? It has a very kind of, like art is something special. And the great thing about art, I think, is that it's anything, as long as it's good. And he would never change any boundaries. He'd always do things within certain, you know, confines. He'd never do anything that maybe made people go, "What's that?" You know, you always accept it.
That's why he had to split his group, Star Council. He had to cancel the whole world because of bad ticket sales and things like that with the Star Council.
Really?
The last album was a total flop.
Good.
I think the group has split up by now.
Yeah. That's good. The silent protest of the world.
Okay, by me that's all. You've got a special message for our readers.
Don't trust me.
Okay. Okay, that's all.
Okay.
So, nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you.